Hello, hello, everybody. How is it going? Let me know if you can hear me okay. My name is Jody, and we'll do introductions in a second. I'll wait for a few of you guys to hop on. And, oh, good. There's a couple people I see up there. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And I'm super, super excited to be here. I'm just typing something in really quick. Getting all my animal stuff up here. Let me do this one. Are you guys excited for pets? Oh my goodness, I am so excited. And you guys can just cross your little fingers that nobody's gonna come in my house and start screaming, i.e. the Hellion kids. It's gonna be awesome. All right. I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite topics. Favorite ever. And I will even allow cat lovers into this class. That's how much I love it. I will even allow cat lovers. Just kidding. Although I'm not a cat person. But it's okay. They're still cute and adorable, I promise. Okay. I'm Jody. Nice to meet you guys. All right. So yes, I'm Jody. I'm a Crown Diamond leader and good friend of Christy. You guys, I cannot even tell you how lucky you are to have Christy. Like, I can't even, I could just talk for days on how amazing Christy is. So please know how amazing she is and how lucky you guys are. I wish she was my upline. I really wish she was. Or I wish she was underneath me, because that would even rock even more, right? So no, she is amazing, and you guys are just so lucky. Thank you for having me. I hope I do you well, Christy, by talking about pets here. Yeah, so here is the deal. Hopefully this class won't be too long. I don't think it's crazy long. There's my demo puppy back there. You guys like that? That's my demo puppy. We are in transition of having a pet right now. I have grown up with dachshunds or wiener dogs my whole life, and I love them to death. And when I had my first son, Lincoln, he just wasn't having it. And he was kind of old and had a lot of stuff going on. And hello, I wish I had oils back then, but I didn't. And so he ended up getting put down. And I just haven't had the heart to try and go after a puppy again and get another one. But now that Chrissy's got her puppy, I am jealous and I have major FOMO, and we are getting a puppy because I think it's going to be really good for the kids. And they are old enough to take the dog out and let it poop and pee, and mama doesn't have to do it. So that's the whole point, right? Because it's like having another toddler, right, Christy? Okay. So again, yes, I'm Jody. So excited to be here. I'm from Southern California, and if any of you guys are coming to convention, say hi to me. I can't wait to see you in person. So here we go. You guys should have a handout. If you don't have it printed out, don't worry. You guys can print it out later and follow this along. Again, I don't think it's a super long class. Hopefully, I won't take up too much of your precious time. Please ask questions. I'm not so great at like doing two things at once, so I might have to go back and answer them after the class. But yes, so throw out your questions, and we're just going to run through some stuff here. I think the main thing to know about pets and oils that I have found is to get over the fear of using oils with your pets. And I totally get this because it's not just with pets. I think that we come across hesitation of wanting to use oils on humans, on ourselves, right? Kids, babies, things like that. I think it comes from a conditioning that we have that we just are trusting of other things that might have toxins in them. And we're just conditioned that way, right? By society, by marketing. And so to really trust in the fact that natural really is better. And there are so many benefits to natural because you're not looking at the toxins and you're not looking at the side effects and things like that. And they really are the best thing that you can be using. And it's so exciting when we get past that hesitation and we find confidence and empowerment. And this isn't just with your pets, you guys. This is across the board. How many times we come across either our own story, our journey, or somebody else where they're used to cleaning their house with bleach, maybe, and it's just that the hesitation or the trust that something else is going to clean it just as good as bleach, right? But when we get to that place, it's like magical. It's amazing. So I will hopefully break down some barriers for you with this. All right. So the first thing is a couple tools that I think are great to have. Number one is your handout is great. And number two is a desk reference. So this would be great, the animal desk reference, for anybody who is a all-in pet owner. Like you got horses, you got 10 dogs, you're the cat lady. I mean, it's a really great thing to have. Now, if you're the casual pet owner, me in between. I mean, obviously I have that book because, hello, I love to teach about oils. And I want to be empowered with as much information as possible. But let's say, you're kind of just getting your feet wet. You might want to use your online resources, your mini desk reference, things like that, okay? So have your resources always. Are essential oils safe for your pets? So here's the thing, is I think they are one of the best first lines that you can use for your pet, okay? And basically what that means is just like our body chemistries are all different, so is a pet. So it's not going to always be one size fits all, just like Sacred Mountain might be my jam for feeling sad, but Christy, it might be bergamot, So chemistries are a little bit different. Pound-wise, size-wise, breed-wise, cat, dog, fish. Yes, you can put oils in a fish tank. There's little differences, right? So yes, they are one of the best first lines that you can use. It's like if I have, if I have a little ache on my elbow, I would rather use something natural on it versus going to something that could be super expensive and have a lot of toxins in it, right? So same thing with using your oils with your pets. They're absolutely one of the safest things that you can use. We're going to modify sometimes. You're going to experiment. You're going to see what works for you and what doesn't work so well for you. And it's a journey, you guys. So again, part of getting over that hesitation piece with using oils, whether it's on babies or pets or whatever else, part of getting over that hesitation is being confident and knowing that this is the best thing that you can use, okay? What are essential oils? Everybody in this group should know what they are, so I don't think we need to cover that one. But they work the same way in pets that they're going to work in humans. That is the beauty of them, you guys. So think about it. Let's not overthink things, right? Let's gosh, thank you, Young Living, for not making us have a college education to try to understand oils, right? Hallelujah, I don't have to go to college to understand this stuff. So if you have a tummy ache and you're going to put oils on your tummy to help with your tummy ache, it's probably going to be the same thing for your pet, right? That's your first step to think about. Just like with humans, babies, I mean, obviously a baby is a mini human, sorry, but you know what I mean. With us, oftentimes we will say, put oils on the bottom of the feet because that can be a first entry route for oils. Same thing with a pet. They have pads in their little feet, right? Or hooves for a horse. So that could be your first way to begin to start to use oils for your pet, or diffusion, right? I know a lot of people get kind of nervous about ingesting oils. Meanwhile, I'm drinking my diffuser if it's not all the way done. But same thing. So we can start with diffusion. We can start with the pads of the feet and things like that. Okay. They get into their body just like they do ours. They are beautiful, beautiful substances for their systems because they are not taxing on the digestive system. All of that stuff. Okay. And we are going to get to emotional trauma with pets. It's going to be an amazing topic. Okay, so how to use the reference book, when to determine what to use, why do we do a step process with pets? So this kind of goes along the lines of how the oils begin to work in the body. Obviously, I would never recommend to dump 30 oils at once on your pet, right? Step process is the same as with a human. They are a little human. So let's just call it that right now. They are baby humans, okay? So diffusion can be a great first step process to introduce oils to a pet, especially a cat, because they tend to be a bit more sensitive, but we'll get to that. Using one oil at a time, trying, 1-2 drops at a time, things like that. So it's not always the best choice, even with ourselves, to just dump 30 oils on us, right? Even though I do that nowadays, but I didn't necessarily do that when I first started, okay? So just remember, as you're using the reference book, this is the same as the reference book that we use for ourselves. It's not one size fits all. Nothing ever is. But what you're going to do is you're going to look up and you're going to go, oh, let's say that I have a rabbit and I would like to target some little critters that are going on in my rabbit's digestive system. And I'm going to look in here and it's going to give me some choices of some oils to use, singles and blends, supplements. I might have only one thing on here, and that's okay. Same thing as the reference guide, right? Like, we don't always have all those oils, but you can look at your blends, and your blends can have some of those oils in it. Okay, same thing. My point is, you're going to use oils on your pet the same way that you would on yourself, okay? Forms to administer oils. So diffusion, obviously, water-based diffusion is probably one of the easiest ways to ease pets into it. That's just your standard diffuser with water. Your Aroma Luxe diffuser where the oil comes straight out of it is going to be a lot more potent. So just keep that in mind. Drinking water and food, oral administration with a syringe, topical, in pools, aquariums, ponds, mix it in their shampoos, ointments. You guys, the list is endless. And yes, you can even do a suppository with your pet. Yeah, it's not pretty, but you can do it, I promise. You might need some emotional oils after that one, though. Okay, let's talk about the eyes really quick. This is a common thing with pets, that they get the goop in their eyes. It can be very common with horses. One of my most favorite memories ever was doing a raindrop on a horse. So I just have to throw that out there. All right, so with the eyes, now we often say that, what do we say in a 101 class usually? We go, don't put oils in the eyes, right? And don't put oils in the ears, okay? It's a little bit different with pets. They have a little bit of a different membrane on their eye. They don't have quite the sensitivity that we do. Christy, you may have to give your pet a suppository someday. I'm just saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, okay? All right. So a really cool thing to have on hand is a simple eye spritzer for your pet, okay? And this is just basically taking your glass spray bottle, filling it with distilled water. I would really say distilled water because tap water or other forms of water tend to have icky toxins in them, like fluoride and some other stuff that we don't want in our eyes or in our pet's eyes. So stick to distilled water, 4 drops of lavender. That is a simple therapeutic eye spritzer. You guys, they don't react the same way to it as we would if we sprayed our eye with lavender. So if you have a pet that has some eye support that they need, or especially horses, it's great to have this eye spritzer on hand. And remember, everything is being proactive. It's not about being reactive. We can absolutely be reactive when we need to, but let's get on the train, the proactive train, and have some stuff handy that we can use every day for our pets, okay? So lavender, 4 drops. Now, a real deep therapeutic eye spritzer would be to add in some copaiba, some frankincense, some helichrysum. Why? Hello, what does frankincense, helichrysum, and copaiba do? It's just like taking it up a notch if there is some, a little bit of day-to-day inflammation going on in the eye, stuff like that, okay? So that is my first tip, is make a therapeutic eye spritzer. All right, you guys, I know you don't like to pay those massive bills, right? So let's avoid those massive bills and try to do some stuff at home and really reserve going into the veterinarian for very serious things or just standardized checkups. Okay. Ears. Here's the safety tip with ears. You guys, how many pets have icky ears? Really icky ears. Honestly, they can have icky ears, okay? So, but the thing is that their ear canals are L-shaped, so you don't ever want to place oils right neat, basically straight into the ear. Same thing with us. We want to really avoid that. And not to drip it down in there. So one of the best things to do is obviously a cotton ball. Soak it with whatever oils that you want to help with their ear. Again, this is maybe a proactive approach where it's like some Melrose, some purification, just to keep that ear nice and healthy. A Q-tip is a great way to, again, you can make up a little mix in a probably like a little glass thing, little glass bottle type. What's the word I'm trying to think of? You know what I mean. A little glass thing. And mix it with some carrier oil, and that can be your daily ear cleaner. And you can just take your Q-tip in there and then run the Q-tip in the ear canal and then wipe it out. You guys, you're never going to have to deal with, hopefully, ear issues after, again, of using that every day and being proactive. An ear spray recipe, too. So you still take your spray bottle, and you have your carrier oil in this and water mixed. So this is a little bit of a thicker solution, and it's so you can spray it in the ear and wipe the gunk out. And so purification, copaiba, lemongrass. I mean, really, the idea here is the most things that we can do, just like we would use the oils to keep ourselves healthy every day, and we use supplements to keep ourselves healthy. Same concept with the pets. Everyday usage of what we can do to keep them healthy, which is normally eyes, ears, skin, and digestion. Okay? All right. Moving on to the next page. Christy, this is your topic right here, rectal installation. Christy's name is all over this. Okay. So what you can do, is take little molds that you would normally make, like, let's say, gummies in or something, except just maybe make sure it's not the size of a Christmas tree unless you have a horse. But what I use is the little, like, gummy worm trays, and Christy, and so basically take that, and what you can do is you can put some fractionated coconut oil in, some regular coconut oil. Put your oils in there. It literally freezes in 5 seconds. I feel like I'm kind of dark. Let me see if that works. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Put your oils in there. It freezes in 5 seconds. You take it out, and I've had to do this with my son too, by the way. And then you cut it really small, and then boop, just like that. You make the sound too at the same time. Boop, and you stick it in. Yeah. They're not even going to know what happened. It's not like doing it to a human, I promise. Not that I have a lot of experience with that. Well, I might. But never discount that. Why? Because it's the fastest way to see results. Yeah, it would be the same if I didn't have anything else that was working for me. Going in that area is the fastest way to see results. You have a lot of exposure of cells right there that just soak that in, and it gets right into the bloodstream super fast. So just don't ever just keep it on your list just in case. All right, moving on. Cats. How many of you guys have cats? Comment below if you have a cat. I promise I won't unfriend you. Okay, so misconceptions with cats is that they can't have oils at all. That is a total misconception, okay? This is like why Google is a frenemy. So please be careful of Google, because you're going to go on there and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, don't use essential oils or you're going to die. Why? We're all here, so that's not true, obviously. But it's the same thing when you're searching for pets and animals and stuff like that. You got to be really careful. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. Cats absolutely can be very supported by oils. They are deficient in one cytochrome P450, and that is a liver metabolism pathway. So why is that important? Because obviously our liver metabolizes many, many things that go in our body, including essential oils. So we have to just be a little bit more mindful of the amount and things like that. The best way to help your cat experience oils in a therapeutic way is diffusion. They can leave the room if it's too strong for them, and cats are so sensitive that they will leave the room if it's too much for them, and you just let them make their own decision, right? Like they can make their own decisions. They're very moody. The other thing is in their litter box. So obviously litter boxes can smell, so I mean, hello, that's a great place to put oils, but you don't want to dump 30 oils in the litter box, right? So what you can do is you can take it in a little Epsom salt jar maybe and put like 2 drops in there or 1 drop and put it like on the outside of the litter box and kind of get them used to it, and then you move it closer every day, and then one day, surprise, you put a drop in their litter box and they're okay with it, right? But if you snuck up on them and you put the drop in there too soon, they're gonna freak out and scratch you to death. So with them, just be gentle with it, okay? Ease them into it. They have a lot of hair follicles, so they're very, very sensitive. Even a nice way is whatever oils you have left over from putting on yourself, you can just maybe pet their coat. That's also a nice way. But let's say they came down with a little, tummy ache or something that you knew was going on. Start with the pads of their feet, probably. That's a really great way to start, okay? So cats have more follicles per square inch than most animals, except chinchillas. Does anybody have a chinchilla? Because if you have a chinchilla, I might need to come over and hug you, because I love chinchillas. They have a massive amount of hair follicles, okay? They're going to be even more sensitive, but I don't know that many people that have chinchillas. Okay, let's talk about raindropping your pet. I love this topic. And I need my demo right here. Here's my demo, okay? He's my son. So, side note, my son, who is our middle, and he is 7, going on 8, the entire side of his bed, all the way stuffed down to the floor, is like 500 stuffed animals. He's so obsessed with stuffed animals, so he let me borrow his puppy for my demo, okay? All right, raindropping your pet. First things first, it is amazing. And if you're not raindropping your pet, you should be, because I want you to think about the advantages of raindrop for us, right? Why do we like it? Makes us feel good, helps balance emotions, helps detox the body. Same thing with your pet. Again, you're just going to take some consideration. So, for example, if I am going to put maybe, let's say this is my little puppy who's like maybe 4 pounds. I'm going to pretend. And normally on my raindrop, I'm going to do like on my back 3 or 4 drops of oregano. Maybe I'm just going to start with 1 drop of oregano and I'm going to dilute it, right? So you're going to take some precautions for sure, but we're going to raindrop the same way and it has the same amazing results, okay? So let's say that I had my pet. A kitty raindrop, by the way, is going to be a little more difficult, but absolutely can be done. I think this is something to really keep in mind, that it's going to go better, obviously, whoever the cat likes the best. So make sure there's a good relationship between the human and the cat. But what you can do as well is take your bottle that has a dropper top on it and make a raindrop in a bottle. This is also the most amazing thing to do for your kids. And I make this all the time. And it is a one-stop shop. So I put all the raindrop oils in here. Maybe, let's see, this size is 2 ounce. So let's say I had a dropper on this. I would probably do 6 drops of each raindrop oil, fill the rest with carrier oil, and it's like up and down their spine, on their feet, boom, raindrop done. So you can do that both for cats and dogs, by the way. But what you want to start with is still balancing their shoulders and so let's say I have my Valor and I'm putting my Valor on, and I've got my pet and I'm gonna just basically hold it in my lap or something really comfortable, and I'm gonna take my 2 fingers and I'm just gonna balance the shoulders just like I would normally on doing a raindrop on a human, okay? And then I'm going to balance basically the back area or the feet area. So it's totally up to you, but you can do either. Like when I do a raindrop on a horse, you're basically balancing the back part of the hoof area, okay? But same thing. So it's balancing the front and the back. And so usually put them in your lap or somewhere comfortable where you're holding them, or they might be just laying in their bed sleeping, and you can just balance their shoulders and balance their back. And then you're going to start with your raindrop like normal, but you don't have to necessarily do every single step. What I like to do is I like to do a lot of feathering up the spine, okay? So I like to do the drops in succession, and then I just feather up the spine. I do like to find the spine part and then take my hands and just like in raindrop, I pull the muscle away from the spine on both sides, and I do a couple passes of that. Okay, and if you don't know raindrop, you guys, again, this is like, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's why it can be really great to put the raindrop in a bottle, and then you have all the oils in one, and you can download the raindrop sequence online anywhere. It's super easy to find, and watch the videos on YouTube. But I don't even think I rarely do a full, like, every single step on a pet, because you just don't have to. The idea is that the oils in the raindrop are so powerful and so special as a collection of oils together in synergy, that what they're doing for the pet is just incredible, both on an emotional and a physical level, okay? But what you can do is just simply, you can just kind of, and this can help with emotions too, is just feathering up some oils up the spine, things like that. You can massage it down, you know, it's very, like, don't overthink it, right? And I know that's hard because we want to overthink things and make them perfect, but I'm telling you, the beauty of oils is that we don't have to be perfect. And oils don't want us to be perfect because they know what to do in our body. We just have to use them. I think that's the problem, is we're not using them enough sometimes. So that's a little glimpse on raindrop. Modify for the need. Modify the amount based on weight. Again, it's not a perfect mathematical formula, but think size-wise. Probably a dog under 5 pounds is like 1 drop, 5 to 10 pounds might be 2 drops, 10 to 20 pounds might be 3 drops. A big old Great Dane is going to be like 10 drops, and a horse is going to be like 20 drops, okay? So that's kind of what you're thinking about. Okay, emotional work in oils. You guys, I love this topic. Why? Because a lot of people don't realize that what you're seeing happen in your pet is emotional trauma, just like we experience. So what does that mean? That means that, man, you know, the first thing that I would choose for any emotional support is an oil, because that's exactly what they're made for, is working on the limbic portion of the brain, which a pet has as well. And emotional trauma can come from many different areas for a pet. Like, it can especially come from being in a adoption setting, or maybe it's another pet in the home that there is some emotional conflict between the two, things like that. So they do deal with emotions, and oils are just such an incredible resource for us to use. Sheltered, neglected, absolutely these pets need some emotional work, okay? Help keep me from Teddy from freaking out. He is, well, I hope you have tea away, Christy. You should have tea away. Okay, the only holistic modality I know of to provide a powerful response. So what do I mean by that? You guys, I hope that we're not prescribing Xanax for pets. I hope not. Oils. You guys, it is like the #1 resource you can have, and it works so well, and they're safe. So that is why it is the powerful response of the holistic practice of using essential oils, okay? Separating the animal. Now, if you think, or there are multiple pets in the home and there are some things occurring, one of the first steps you can do is to separate the animals while you're doing the emotional work on the animal that needs it. So it could be, you know, sorry, somebody called in. But separating that one pet while you're doing the emotional work, okay? Magnify your purpose. I have there to use caution, just because there's a couple oils in that blend that are very, very strong. So I would just say, again, when we say caution, it's not like it's the be-all, end-all. It's the same thing with humans, right? When we say, well, if you're pregnant, you should probably think peppermint with caution. It's not the be-all, end-all, but what it is it's, hello, we have 200 other oils to choose from, so you don't have to use one that you think might be a bit strong, okay? There's a lot of other ones to use, but there's a couple in that they're very strong for the system. Same thing with, like, why, you know, for certain oils, I'm going to think off the top of my head, like oregano, right? How strong it is. we wouldn't take 20 drops and put it down our throat, right? That's just, if you do that, you deserve an award. Okay, let's talk about the oils in succession here because I love, 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 love these oils. So let's start first with, actually, no, hang on. Let's start with supplements really quick. Absolutely, there are so many products that you can use of us with Young Living for supplements that you can use on your pet as well. So really, really important to remember that. Not every supplement, I mean, you're not going to use Progessence Plus probably, but the top ones that I would use for your pet is sulfurzyme powder. Why? It is the #1 supplement that everybody should be on and your pet should be on. The magic that can happen with sulfurzyme powder and your pet is unbelievable with MSM, and you need to go Google MSM to learn more about that. But a tiny bit in their food, it's incredible. So sulfurzyme powder is probably one of the #1 things I would say as a daily regimen to help with the skin, the internal processes of a body, the pet, the detox, toxins that they're exposed to just like we are, day-to-day inflammation, joints, because with certain breeds, and especially horses, it's the joints. And let me tell you, sulfurzyme is incredible. Agilis and BLM would be other top ones if there are joint-specific considerations. And then multigreens is another incredible one. Multigreens has Melissa in it, and if you don't know anything about Melissa, it's like a therapist in a bottle. So if there is some emotional stuff going on with a pet, Melissa can be of great benefit. Open a capsule, put it in their food, okay? This also has rosemary, lemon, lemongrass, and all the amino acids. So again, what we're going to be careful with here is cats, right? Because they have different metabolic pathways. So with cats, I would say you're sticking with some of the very basics, okay? But again, so my top ones would be BLM, Agilis, sulfurzyme powder, multigreens, and Ninja. Let me know if the video's okay. Christy, am I okay? Someone said the video stopped. Sorry, somebody had called into my phone. So that's my little spiel on supplements, is to just keep that in mind that we can absolutely use that for our pets as well. As always, my disclaimer is talk to your veterinarian because I have to say that, but just know that there is plenty of resources that you can read to empower yourself. Okay? All right, let's talk about the oils. Infect Away. All right, you guys. So I just want to throw it out there that, like I said earlier, Young Living is so kind to us that we do not need a college education to understand our oils because I don't have to tell you what Infect Away is for, right? I don't think I do, right? Okay. Hopefully that's better now. It's cutting in and out. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hopefully that's better. Infect Away. So, let's smell this because I want you to know that I'm going to have a little confession here. I use the animal oils all the time on myself because I really like them. And just because they're branded animal doesn't mean that they're not for us because it's still the same oil. It's not like they put something in here that's like a dog treat or something. And there's some dog treats you can eat too. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, so this smells, it just kind of smells mentholy, like Infect Away, like you're, like if you want an infect to go away, you have Infect Away, right? This has myrrh, patchouli, that's what I'm smelling, it's the patchouli and the Dorado Azul, Palo Santo, and Ocotea. So when you're looking at blends, just a little tip, and this is for when we're using blends on ourselves, is look what oils are in there, research the oil, and see why that oil is in there and why that's so amazing and what you can do. So that's going to give you insight into how you can use that. Most of these animal oils are, most of the time you're going to be using them topically, right? Because most with animals, they're getting cuts in the woods, or they're getting exposed to little critters that we don't want to take up residence on them and stuff like that. So just think, gosh, if my pet was outside and it got a little boo-boo, I can put Infect Away on it and all is right with the world. I can also use this on myself or my kids. Why not? So this is incredible for your daily activities outdoors if there's anything that happens. Okay, let's go to Repel Aroma. Again, I'm so glad I don't have to have a college education for this because I didn't go to college for oils, but if I did, I would have been a valedictorian. You guys, I'm wearing this as a perfume right now. Hang on. Okay, this is like Peace and Calming in a bottle and Valor. So this has citronella, Idaho Tansy, which is why I'm freaking out because Idaho Tansy is like it's my jam. Palo Santo and tea tree. So Repel Aroma. So citronella, what do we use citronella for? Well, we use citronella when we don't want to use the toxic citronella candles outside, when we don't want little buggers. So citronella's in here, and so when our pet goes outside and we don't want little buggers all over them, we can take this in our hands and we can pet the coat down before they go outside. You know what you can do? That's really awesome. I'm going to give you a little trick. I know you love tricks. I'm going to make this a spray bottle because, I don't have the scissors right here. I'm going to take my spray top and I'm going to cut the wick and I'm going to make this a spray bottle. And you're going to spray this puppy right out of the bottle onto your pet's coat, okay? But then you can also make a water-based spray if you want. So you can still dilute this down with water and witch hazel, that would not work. Witch hazel, and spray them before they go outside, like you would spray yourself if you didn't want some little buggers on you, right? So Repel Aroma is amazing for annoyances outdoors, okay? Mend Well. All right, Mend Well has geranium, lavender, hyssop, myrrh. You guys, myrrh is just freaking amazing. Frankincense and hinoki. All right. I would wear that one too. So here's the thing with the animal oils too, is they're like $8. There's no excuse to not have these on hand if you have a pet, okay? They're so inexpensive. That's kind of why I wear them sometimes as a perfume, because I can get Blue Tansy for $8. I mean, hello. So Mend Well, let's look at what's in here, right? So you've got geranium, lavender. Lavender's amazing for the skin. Hyssop is amazing for the skin. Myrrh is amazing for the skin. Frankincense, hinoki, I mean, I put that on my face every day. Hello, crow's feet, just hop on in there. So this is like skin in a bottle. This is kind of going to be like an Infectaway maybe a little bit, but more gentle. In terms of this could be like everyday usage for skin support and all of that kind of good stuff, okay? Mend Well. TOA. All right, TOA. You guys, this is like one per month, and I order it every month on my order because I want a grip of it. And let me tell you why. This is like 2 therapists in a bottle. So if you're hiring a dog trainer, you might just want to pour this all over your pet, okay? All right, so this has tangerine, totally calming to the nervous system. Lavender, totally calming. Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, you guys. Hello. Like, this is like nerve synapse, like, support on steroids, okay? Lang Lang, or Ylang Ylang, German chamomile. Well, this might make your dog want to go in heat if it's got some ylang ylang in it, but we can cross that bridge and, anyways. Valerian, which is so hard to get, okay? Geranium orange, helichrysum, hyssop, blue tansy, bergamot, rose, jasmine, Roman chamomile. You guys, I'm sorry, just let me die right now because this is amazing. This is why I use it on myself all the time, okay? If you don't know anything about Roman chamomile, please go look it up, because Roman chamomile is like, the more Roman chamomile you can get, the better. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now. So TOA is your trauma away. That's what it stands for. Trauma away. Emotional trauma to the max. Here is a great way to use this. So what I like to do with pets with trauma is, number one, petting their spine is a really great trigger point for them, okay? Pressing in the pads of the feet, another great trigger point. You can absolutely diffuse it while you're gone if they are ones that are like chewing up the pillows and chewing your Christian Louboutin shoes or whatever. You can diffuse it while you're gone to help them. And you can also have it on your palms and just kind of put it under their nose and have them smell it, right? Because that's getting into the limbic portion of the brain. In the olfactory is the only way to get to the limbic portion of the brain. So trying to have them smell it, maybe putting a swipe on their nose, anything like that is going to start to get into that limbic brain and really start to release some emotional trauma. It's going to take some time though, you guys. Emotional trauma doesn't go away overnight. I think we all know that for ourselves. So just, you got to be consistent, really, really consistent, okay? But this is your trauma away. All right, next up is Paragize. Again, I'm so glad I don't have to have a master's for this because what starts with para? Somebody type it out. What starts with para? Okay. This is tummy support. So I am not going to wear this puppy. In fact, I might throw this out the window right now. This is horrific, but it's going to be fine on my pet because it's my pet. So I want you to think about what oil this sounds like, and there's a winner. Someone's going to win something. Okay. Ginger, anise, peppermint, cumin, spearmint, rosemary, juniper, lemongrass, fennel, patchouli. What does this sound like? Where do you think you would put this on your pet? Paragize, or would you put it on the food or in the water, right? So this is like almost identical to Digize. Amanda, you win. Christy, send me Amanda's address because she won something. So this is almost identical to Digize. So however you would use Digize, you're going to use Paragize. But again, a beautiful thing to do is to place it a drop in their water or a drop in their food every day to stay above the line. Don't wait till we dip below the line. So just every day, this is an incredible way to support your pet, okay? PuraClean. All right. So PuraClean, and we are almost done. Thank you guys for your time. All right. Where's my PuraClean? Here it is. Okay, so this is, and I apologize, but I think Paragize might be out of stock right now, so you can just use your Digize, remember, okay? But I think the rest of them are in stock. Patchouli, lavender, mountain savory, palo santo, cistus, citronella, lemongrass, rosemary, tea tree, myrtle. Okay, so here's the thing, is this is a kind of a crossover. This can absolutely be used outdoor, for outdoor annoyances, of course, to keep them free of icky things on their coat or attaching inside of them. But it also, because it has the mountain savory and the cistus, those are incredible immune support oils, okay? So again, you know, a way to probably use PuraClean would be to press it into the pads of their feet if you want to support their immune system. Make a spray with it before they go outside, pet their coat with it, anything like that, okay? Any questions so far? Let me know. Outside of these oils, you guys, I will say that in your starter kit, one of the best things you can do, the best, every day, start it right now, is a drop or two of Copaiba in their food every single day. Okay, it's going to help keep their skin nice, their joints happy, their digestion happy, all right? Okay, Animal Sense ointment. Okay, here's the thing about Animal Sense ointment. I was a little afraid of this for a little while because it was a really big tub, and I was like, I don't know, it's an ointment, and what would I use it for? And I probably use this the most on myself than anything else, and my husband uses it for his dry hands. And if you are somebody that has really coarse hair, I know a lot of African Americans on my team love this as a natural hair relaxer, because let me tell you, hair relaxers are one of the most toxic products that you can put on your head. And you have so many nerve openings up here and brain cells, and it's just killing them. So we want to be careful with hair relaxers. So this is an amazing natural hair relaxer. So this has myrrh. I mean, this is like a powerhouse, all right? So first thing, mink oil. Now, if you are a vegan, if you don't want to do anything that has to do with animals, that's okay. That is not a big deal. You guys, there's other things that you can use. And I want you to know that everything with Young Living is absolutely 100% sustainably done. There is not a single thing that you need to worry about. But if you are somebody that definitely does not want to use animal products, then there's other things you can use. You can use the rose ointment. You can make your own ointment. You can just use the straight oils. You can use the Mendwell, okay? The way that this is made is so unique because it almost acts like a new skin Band-Aid. So do you know, I think it's called that new skin, right? So you would put it over something and it's like a water barrier. Like it literally, water cannot get in it. That is exactly what this does. So there have been times where I have put this on my kids when they have gotten a cut or something, and we have to be very careful that stuff doesn't get in and start to create some problems and water get in there and stuff like that. And it is literally like a watertight barrier. So with pets, that can be especially important because they often have surgeries or they have things that happen where, maybe they even got in a fight with a raccoon or something, and there's like a gnarly gash, and you can put this on there, and it is just like a watertight barrier. Okay, but this is incredible just for the skin all over. Like it's amazing. So you've got mink oil, lecithin, beeswax, lanolin, safe natural lanolin, sesame seed oil. You've got myrrh, patchouli, balsam fir. Did you know how amazing the fir oils are for your skin? I put black spruce on my skin all the time. Tea tree, so rose hip, lang lang again. So you guys, this is like purifying and cleansing and protecting and nourishing all in one. Okay? Animal Sense Ointment. They no longer, and I'm not sure the update of having the old animal kit where it had all the oils and the ointment. I don't think they're bringing that back because TOA is so hard to get with the blue tansy. So again, this is going to last you literally more than a year. I think I've had this for over a year, and we use it all the time. And then your oils are like $8, you guys. It's insane. Okay. All right, done and done. You're going to get your Animal Sense ointment. Okay, any questions so far? Let me know. I hope that wasn't too long. I don't think it was. Oh, no, okay, pretty good. 50 minutes. Let me know what questions you have. I'll hang on for just a second if there's anything really pertinent that you want to ask. Otherwise, I can go back and answer. But just know that I hope that was a little bit of good base knowledge for you. They're the best things that you can use for your pet. And I really encourage you to think about how to use them in a proactive way. And put a couple of them on your order because, there's going to be a time where you're going to wish you had it. And they don't expire, just like our oils, besides citrus that sometimes you have to be careful of. They're going to last you forever, and you're going to really wish someday that you had TOA or Paragize or something like that. So just grab a couple, especially if you're a pet owner, which I think all of you are that are on here, and make sure that you have them and use them proactively. But you can also use your oils in your starter kit. Remember, it's like however you would use it for yourself, you could also use it for your pet. And yeah, you guys, oils and pets goes together like peas and carrots or peanut butter and jelly or whatever, right? What do you eat over there on the East Coast? I'm sure you have something that's unique on the East Coast. Does anyone use tea tree and lavender for flea and ticks? Well, here's the thing is, think about what you would want to wear outside if you didn't want, to get some bug bites or something, and you wanted to help nourish your skin. And I would say it's again, pretty correlative to pets. That's probably not a word, but use your spray bottle, make a spray their coat down. Another great idea, I forgot this, is the Animal Scent shampoo. So if you have not looked at the oils in the Animal Scent shampoo, it is incredible. And it is so concentrated, it will last you a very long time. And what you can do is you can add some extra citronella in there or purification, or probably even maybe a little, it's on the tip of my tongue, tea tree, thank you, and make a spray, okay? So think about that too. But again, you've got Pure Clean, which is an all-in-one, And you have Mendwell, which we can use as well. It's an all-in-one. So if you're not a DIY person, then you don't have to be. I'm not a super DIY person. It kind of stresses me out a little bit. And I'm like, give it to me already made and I'm good. So you can use the pre-made or you can make your own. Okay? All right. If there's no other pertinent questions, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for letting me crash your group. I really appreciate it, and I hope that was fun. I hope I get to meet you in person someday. And Christy, you're amazing. You guys are so lucky to have her. So let me know if you need anything. All right? You guys have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday night, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy pet and oiling. See you later.